back with another Back to Basics video, like the 1000th one. That's all right. We're having fun. And speaking of fun, let's talk about spheres today. What's a sphere? The Earth is a sphere. Basketball is a sphere. And those are the only two things on the planet that are a sphere that I can think of. I can't think of anything else. So, what really is a sphere? Well, you take a dot, you take a radius, an r, and you just spin that radius around that dot, and it creates a sphere-like object. Now, the nice thing about a sphere is we only need its radius. We don't need height like a cone or a cylinder. The reason why we needed a height with a cone and a cylinder is usually the height would be different. Usually a can is either going to be taller, or a cone is either going to be taller or shorter than its circular radius. In this case, we only needed a radius because the height will be kind of like the radius, or better yet, the height would be like the diameter. So why repeat ourselves? And so we cube the radius, we throw a pi there because, again, circles, and 4/3. So let's find the volume of this sphere right here. Let me move my face. Let me choose a pen. There's my face. So, nothing crazy or special about this sphere here. It's given the radius already, not the diameter, nothing fancy. So we could just start plugging and chugging. V equals 4/3 pi r cubed. I can just plug my radius right there. V equals 4/3 pi 9.6 cubed. Let's ask a friend to help us out. What is 4/3 times pi times 9.6 cubed? We'll round everything to the nearest 10th.
The answer is 3,705.97.
3,007, I lost it. 705.97. So actually it's 706.0. Now, since this is volume, we're going to measure our unit by meters cubed. Remember, when you're doing volume of a 3D object, your unit of measure is always going to be cubed. Whether it's a sphere, whether it's a cone, whether it's a cylinder, it's always going to be cubic units, whatever that may be. Let's do another. In this case, we have find the volume of a cylinder where the diameter is 42. Do I care about the diameter? No, I care about the radius, and the radius is always going to be half the diameter. So radius is going to be 21, and then I just write out my formula and get started. V equals 4/3 pi r cubed. V equals 4/3 pi 21 cubed. And then let's let our old friend tell us what to do. What is 4/3 times pi times 21 cubed?
The answer is approximately 38,792.4.
792.4. That was centimeters, so I have to say centimeters cubed. Not so bad. When it's just a sphere, it's not so bad. Oh, but you know it's always going to be complicated. Always going to be complicated. This is a composite solid. And in this composite solid, what I have is not a sphere, but half a sphere living on top of a cylinder. So I have my cylinder, which I'll do in red. I have a half sphere, which I'll do in blue. Wow. It's not at all what I wanted that to do. Half sphere. Now, before you go crazy and start saying, I don't know what the volume of a half sphere is, it's going to be easy. Just wait. The volume of a cylinder is pi r squared h. So I have my h, there it is. Oh, but I don't have my r. I have my diameter. No big deal. My r is going to be half of that, 6. So my cylinder is pi 6 squared, 13. Let's use our friend. What is pi times 6 squared times 13?
The answer is approximately 1470.27.
0.27, so we'll say 0.3 inches cubed. We'll worry about that at the end. So I have my sphere. I know that a whole sphere is going to be 4/3 pi r cubed. So a half sphere is going to be 4/3 pi r cubed times a half. See, I told you it would be nothing to worry about because we're just going to take half of it. So my sphere over here is going to share the same radius as the cylinder, 4/3 pi 6 cubed times a half. What is 4/3 times pi times 6 cubed times 1/2? Uh-oh. Did I get it? Nope. What is 4/3 times pi times 6 cubed times a half?
The answer is approximately 452.389.
452.389, so we'll say 452.4. Let's add those numbers up. What is 1,470.3 plus 452.4?
It's 1922.7.
Inches cubed. Now I do have one more problem, but I'm going to stop right there because the computer is for just for some reason slower than usual, so I'm going to stop. But that's how you deal with spheres. And we mix a cylinder just for good measure. All right. Bye.